Hi everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome to today's video. So this is going to be a very quick video. As you can see, I am at Fort Wilderness, the new cabins. This is where we're staying this week. Today is Wednesday, July 24th, and today was the first day of the new Lightning Lane MultiPass. So big change today. We used Genie Plus the last 2 days. We used to use it, we got used to using it for our advantage where we would stack, go in the afternoon, do the park to close. It worked great, especially the last 2 days. So this morning, 7 a.m., because you had to get the virtual queue and everything was launching at the same time, I actually enlisted my husband. I actually woke him up and said, so he did the virtual queue. We did Tron and we got number 6. So I think it wasn't going very fast. We were 6. We've never gotten that low of a number. So a lot of people were definitely trying to get Tiana's. And then I went in and did the MultiPass. So a couple things. Obviously, this is not how it's intended to be used, especially if you're an on-site guest, because an on-site guest will get to book a week in advance, as well as 7 days, and then you'll have advance, and then you can make your whole trip, and then you're getting in before the rest of the guests. Today everybody was getting in at the same time, and then I also went in and booked Thursday and Friday, which is our last 2 days of our trip. And I'll talk about that in a second. So let's talk about today. I went in, so you go and you make your selections. What I did is you actually can do them all at once and do every day and then pay at the end. But I just paid them individually because I really wasn't sure, and it was kind of going so fast because there was a rush time. But they do have that. I think that would be good going forward. When you make your selections, it'll say tier 1 and tier 2. So you make your first tier 1, your first tier 2, and then you make your 2 tier 2s. So you make your 3 selections, but you don't select a time. It's not like the fast pass where you go and you select your time. You go and you are making, you have to make your selections. Then it automatically assigns times for you. So I didn't really like that at all because I was trying to do Tiana's first, knowing that Tiana's is going down. Tiana's today went down at 2. It hasn't come back up. It's 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock now, and it's been going down every day this week in the afternoon and not coming back up. So we wanted to go first thing this morning, get it out of the way, knowing that it probably won't come back up. So it assigned me like in the afternoon. So you are able to go in and modify your time, but at that point, by the time I went to modify, the first available time was 11:30. Now I was able to play with it and kind of refresh and get an earlier time. I did go back and get a later time because when we went to Tron was taking a very, very, very long time. And then we got to the train, and then there was a train there, and then they said, no, this one's out of service. It's not gonna be for 15 minutes. So usually wait 7 minutes for a train. We ended up waiting 20 minutes for a train. So, but it all worked out, but you are able to modify. It does hold your reservation time. So that's a good thing. And when you modify, if you select it, and you go back, it doesn't necessarily, if that time is gone, it just says that time is no longer available. So you have to go back. It doesn't give you, you pick 10 a.m. and then when you go to select it, you go to book it, it's actually 4 p.m. That at least that didn't happen to me today. I'll be able to play with it the next 2 days. This is just kind of that quick video. So you can go in and modify. Tiana's was our first one that we used. I then booked Pirates and Haunted Mansion, and when I booked, then when I used Tiana's, I was able to go and change. We were obviously right next to Big Thunder, so I was trying to see if I could get a Big Thunder. Big Thunder is a tier 1. I was able to modify and get Big Thunder. Then again, I kept modifying the other one, and I was able to get Space Mountain. So I was able, first 3 that I did were able to be tier 1. But after the first one is used. So little trick there, takes a lot of work. I was on my phone all morning, but my son really wanted to do those. We wanted to get those big rides out this morning. The last 2 days, the parks haven't been that busy. Magic Kingdom was crazy this morning. So, but we were able to do Tiana's, Tron, and Big Thunder, Space Mountain, and Monsters Floor Laughing. So we did those 5 things and then came back, and then we did the train twice, but a whole loop. So we did the whole loop, just not all at once. So a couple other things that I wanted to make sure when you book your lightning lanes, you make sure you have your selections before you pay. So if you are booking, you know, close and you want to see what you can get before you pay, you do have that. So you don't pay until you have your selection. So then you know what you are actually going to get before you pay. There are not non-refundable. And then also there are no character meets. There are no character meets whatsoever. I know they weren't on the list when they initially added, but I really thought that they would be available day of and they would be added. They're not available. So I'm honestly really shocked about that. Ryder's older now. Ryder's eight and a half. But when he was younger, we used FastPass. It was free at that point, but that's what we used it for. We used a lot for character meets. And, you know, even with Genie Plus, like we used the Mickey and Friends, the Genie Plus on Monday at Epcot. And I'm so glad we did that because it wouldn't be available right now. So no character meets on the Lightning Lane. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but you can make selections. Now, the other thing is by 3 o'clock, everything was gone. Like anything of decent is gone. So what I'm gonna show here is a screenshot from my phone at 4:15. I think it was like 4:13. This was actually after we got back to our resort. I just tried to do a modify to show you what is and isn't available. And you basically see it's the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, you know, just the, like, I don't even know what kind of tier. Those would be like tier 3 rides. Those are the things that are available, all tier 1. And you could probably get them by refreshing, but it's going to take a lot of work. But just know that like by 3 o'clock, anything good was gone. And it probably was gone even before that. I just wasn't checking because we were in the parks. So those are kind of the first couple things about the MultiPass. As always, it's probably going to change. The pricing was the same as it has been for Genie Plus. We paid $29 a person for Magic Kingdom, and we paying $18. I had heard that it was all going to be the same price. That's not the case. Animal Kingdom tomorrow is $18, which is what the Genie price has been for the last 2 days. And then we're planning going back to Hollywood Studios on Friday, and it was $24, which was actually $2 cheaper than what it would have been today and what it would have been yesterday. Because yesterday we did Genie Plus and we paid $26 a person, and on Friday we're paying $24 a person. So I don't know, you can go in and book other parks, but I don't know, because we paid the highest price today at Magic Kingdom. I'll have to see if I try to book a different park tomorrow, if they charge me more. I believe that's the case, but I can't really see right now. So I will do a full kind of update video and thing after I get back, but I did want to do a quick video just so that everybody can see it and kind of get the ins and outs of what it's like. I think it's going to be good, but our plan of, you know, how we've been doing the parks where we sleep and then we, you know, we're stacking, which was awesome, and we, you know, went to the parks and closed it, really not going to work with this system. You will get at least 3, you know, lightning lanes, but you're not going to probably get a lot in the afternoon and in the evenings without a lot of work and a lot of luck. So just, you know, it's definitely going to change our strategies going to the parks going forward, but fortunately we got Epcot and Hollywood Studios out of the way, and Animal Kingdom tomorrow isn't, there's no tier, so that also helps. So we already got 3, and then Friday is kind of just like a makeup day, do some things that we haven't done. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.